Hey guys, welcome back to Oblong Polka Dots. My name is Kerr, and on this channel, we talk about makeup, skincare, and beauty. So if that's something you're into, you've come to the right place. Today, I wanted to do kind of a chit chat, get ready with me. I don't really do these very often because I think I don't know what to talk about at all. And today I really don't know what to talk about either. I recently did a haul and I grabbed some of the things that were new to me from that haul, and I have them all laid out here so that I can give them a try. I definitely have some oldies here that I love, and like I said, some of the new stuff I thought I would give a try. So my skin is already clean, it's already prepped, it's moisturized, it's, got all the stuff on it. And today I wanted to feature the Natasha Denona, what is this called? Daydream palette, I think. Is that right? Daydream? It's in cursive. I think it says Daydream. And you think I would be able to read it because I grew up reading cursive, but this is what the packaging looks like on the outside. And then, like I said, I just did a haul where I recently picked this up, so I thought it would be fun to give it a try. This is the actual palette itself. And then they all come with little holes in the back where you can put a pin in there and you can move your shadows around according to what you want to have your look be like. So you can kind of make these, they're changeable, they're modular between her palettes. So this is what it looks like. And I have not touched it yet. It's really beautiful. I kind of want to go for just, I don't know. I think people have mentioned that I do a lot of soft glam, so maybe we'll try that. I don't go for any particular look. I just kind of grab a couple colors that I think would look nice. And then aside from this, I have a few other things here that I want to start off with. So let's hope I don't make a mess. I tried to organize and put everything together in a way that I can kind of reach for stuff because I have not done this in a while. But you never know. So let's start off with priming my skin. I grabbed this new primer. It's by Milani. Well, I don't know if it's new, but it's new to me. It's by Milani and it's called Skin Quench. And it's a hydrating primer with hyaluronic acid, coconut water, and yeah. So that's what it looks like. I bet it's washed out. Let me see if I can turn this light down a little bit. Okay, maybe it won't be as washed out, or maybe it's just gonna stay washed out. But either way, I bet you guys have seen this already. It's just new to me. So let's see. So there's a little seal on there. Let's take that off. All right. Let's see what it looks like. Here we go. So it's pretty light, but it's also solid. It's not runny. And let's put this on the skin and see how it works. My skin is already pretty oily or dewy, but I do like a good quenching primer because I can always use powder to blot if I need to or tone it down, but I don't like it when my skin feels dry. So I prefer to use primers that are relatively hydrating, and this feels really good on the skin. It feels like skincare. Actually, it feels really good. It does not have a scent, which is great. When they put scent in products, a lot of people are allergic to that. So yeah, it feels good. Next up I have a lid primer. I can probably go with this next. And this is the Essence Prime Like a Boss eyeshadow base. And that's what it looks like there. I might have to do some close-ups on these so you guys can actually see them. So we'll figure that out in post. All right. This one has one of those little nozzles at the end. And I'm going to put a little bit here on the back of my hand. Let's see. Ooh. Oh my gosh. This also is really thick. It's thicker than I thought it would be. Oops. Already making a mess, you guys, but that's what it looks like. I probably put way too much on there. And then let's pop a little bit on the lid. You know what it feels like? It feels like that Bobbi Brown vitamin base, except it feels really oily compared to the base. So we'll see how this works with shadow. Just lay that there for now. And then likewise, let's put this on the other lid. It kind of has a, yeah, it feels kind of oily. I don't know how else to describe this texture, but it's not what I thought it would feel like. It doesn't feel bad though. Put a little bit on the bottom there, and the rest of it. So whatever I stick down there, it's going to totally stick. Okay. Huh. So it has a slight kind of industrial scent, but no, like it just smells like whatever's inside of the product, like the active ingredients. It doesn't smell like it has any additives or anything to make it smell a particular way. Okay, next up, I think I'm going to, what do I want to do next here? How about we get into this palette and see what we can do? So typically I just go from the interior of my eye to the exterior, being interior is the lightest, exterior is the darkest. So I tend to begin with kind of whatever the lighter colors are, and then I'll follow up on the edges for whatever the darker colors are. And today, I think I'm going to begin with a flat brush. This one is from Coastal Scents, which is a defunct company. It's not around anymore. And I'm going to try this first color right here called Carpe Diem. Right here, this one. And we'll see how it works. So I really didn't have to dig my brush in very hard to pick up a lot of products. So that's something you should be aware of if you haven't used the Natasha Denona palette yet. Kind of start off with a light hand. So we're going to start here. I'm not going to the complete interior of my eye. I'm just before that. Wow, this is a really pretty color. It looks kind of like a pinky brown on my lid. It's really very smooth. It feels really buttery going on. I don't feel any kind of like, there's no patchiness. Normally I'll take it and pat, 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 but I am dragging a little here and it seems to be fine. So I like that. Wow. Very nice. Natasha Denona is definitely known for her formula as being pretty friendly and easy to use. This is not true though for every palette that she's put out. So, you know, buyer beware. Make sure that you read the reviews first. But I do like this color. It's nice. It's very neutral, but it's also just the right amount of warmth. Okay, so we did that. Let's pick another one. How about we pick this one? What is this called? Familia, right here. And we'll start to use that one closer to the outer area of my eye, but not to the complete edge. So they're adding in another layer. And I'm using the same brush. I'm just dipping it into that side now for Familia. And that's what it looks like. And then we'll kind of start right here. Yeah, this is a nice sort of milk chocolate brown. And it goes well with that Carpe Diem. It's just a little bit darker. Very pretty. Again, really blendable, super easy to lay down. I don't know if you can see, it's kind of darkening up there a little bit. And then let's go to this one right here on this side. Same thing. Not completely to the edge, but almost there. Okay, I like it. It's nice. All right, so now we have those two, and then let's see what else we can get into here. I'm gonna grab a different brush this time. I'll set the other one to the side. I need a smaller brush that can kind of get into my corner. So I'm gonna grab this one from e.l.f. And this time I want to go ahead and try this shade here called Aspiration. It's that one right there. And it looks to me like it's almost a true aubergine in the pan. So we'll see what it looks like once I get it on my lid. And I'm only tapping this brush in here and it's already picked up like plenty of color. So we're going to start right here. And we'll just do a little dab. We're kind of making a triangle. Okay. Wow, yeah, it's definitely a very deep, almost a gray, like a charcoal gray purple. You can see the slight purple in there, but not much. As you begin to shear it out a bit, you can see it more. On my skin, it turns out to be closer to a more almost burgundy color, like a brownish purple. All right, it's smoky. It's very smoky. Okay, so let's do the same thing to the other eye. Very nice. Got kind of a V shape or a C shape going here. Okay. Okay, that's very dramatic looking. We'll get there, guys. All right, so next I want to grab my other brush that I had a minute ago, and let's try putting something sparkly on the lid. Let's pick something glamorous and sparkly and glittery. I kind of like this one right here called Babies, this one. So let's see how that works. See what it do. We're going to try putting that. We're using the same brush but on the other side. And we're just going to try using this on... Oh wait, hold on. Well, yeah, hold on just a second. I actually have some glitter glue here that I want to try out. I think I've had this before, but I don't remember how it performed. It's by NYX, so I'm going to put this in the center of my lid. And this is what it looks like in the container. Nice holographic look. I need another brush for this. I'm going to grab just a flat synthetic brush because I want to put this on the center of my lid so that the glitter we're getting, well, not glitter, but shimmer, whatever you call it, that we're getting ready to apply will adhere a little more deeply. So let's see. Put that right where we want it to really shine. Okay. And then same thing for the other eye. Just put a little bit on the brush. Don't need a lot, just a very small amount. That's probably too much. It's fine. It's fine. This is fine. All right, and then we'll pop that on the other lid. Just in the areas where we want the glitter to really glitter. Like this. Okay. And then now let's go back into babies. So for this, I'm not going to be dragging it across my lid. I'm going to be tapping it on top of where I put that glitter glue. And you can kind of see already what I'm talking about, where it just makes a more intense effect. Oh, I do like this. This is nice. You see that? Very glamorous. I do like it. Slap some more of that on there. Wow, so pretty. Oh my gosh, you guys, her shadows are so beautiful. They're gorgeous. Love it. Here for it. Okay. What do you think? We're getting there, huh? All right, so let's see. We're going to set that brush to the side and let's grab a different brush altogether because I want to blend out my edges. And I'm going to dip my brush into this Unity right here. It's this one. And I'm going to use that lighter color to kind of blend out the edges. And I just dipped it a little bit and it pulled up plenty of product. So I'm going just above where the color left off. And I'm just going right around those edges. There we go. Nice. That way we don't have a harsh edge. Do you see that? How it looks more diffused? That's what we're looking for. And so we'll do the same thing on the other side. Just above where we laid down the original colors. So we can kind of soften it up a bit. Don't make it look as harsh. There we go. Much better. You can see I'm using that windshield wiper motion just to try to diffuse it. And I'm going just above. Can you see that? Very good. All right, so now I'm going to go back in with that small brush I used that I had. I'm making a mess, you guys. Let's put this other brush away. We're done using that for now. And then the brush that I used for aspiration, there's still plenty of product on here. So what I want to do is just come underneath to try and tie everything in. And that just kind of smokes it out a little bit. I'm not going all the way to the inside because I feel that would close my eye off too much. Just coming about maybe 2/3 of the way in. And then leaving that space to be a little bit brighter. Okay, so lastly, I think for my inner corner, I'm actually taking the same little brush. I'm dipping it into babies. and I'm just coming right here. Where that last little spot was left. Same thing on the other side, right? There we go. Nice. Wow, this palette is really beautiful. Oops, hold on. What do you think? I like it. I do like it. Okay, so this palette is going to get a lot of use out of me because I'm going to get a lot of use out of it because it's really easy to use and it's just pretty. It's pretty, y'all. So let's just start rounding this off a little bit. I have, let's see, an eyeliner. I have just a brown eyeliner. It's from Urban Decay. It's called Demolition. I use this all the time. I really like it. And we're going to use that to line the eyes. So for this look, I'm not going to bring the liner all the way to the interior of my eye because I don't want to close it off. I'm just bringing it again to about the first 3/4 or so. I'm stopping just before where the lash line stops, right about here. Okay. And then I'm going in and I'm just tight lining the top. So I'm taking the liner and I'm tucking it underneath where the lashes are. I'm just dragging it across the interior like that. There, so now you can see that my eyes are not closed off, but there's still a good amount of smoke that's coming in from this side. So it still is, you know, effective, so to speak. Just making sure to tie that bottom to the top. Again, just a little bit. You don't want to go overboard. It's really easy to do. Okay, and now let's get some complexion going. I don't know about this color, you guys. I really don't. When I ordered it online, I was like, it does not look like it matches. So I actually have somewhere around here, I think I'll show it in another haul because I haven't found it. It's in one of these boxes. I have the other version that's darker than this. So I guess we'll just see how it works. So this is the L'Oreal True Match W7 is the color, and it's the super blendable foundation. Again, this is really light and really yellow. I'm hoping that it's going to oxidize, and you can see what it looks like on my hand. I just think it's too light. It's also quite watery. I do have a plan though, if it doesn't work. I have my trusty lawn comb that's standing by over here, and we can darken it up some. So we'll just start here with a little bit because I really don't want to do a lot. And I just have a little sponge here, and we'll go ahead and start with that. What do you think? Is that a good match? Shoot, maybe it was a good match. Sometimes I just don't think that these like matching things that they have on the sites are always necessarily good at matching for tone, but in this case, maybe I was wrong. Maybe it is a match. So let's continue. Well, I don't know, guys. Believe it or not, it does look like a match. I just thought it was going to be too yellow, but maybe not. I'm sitting here in front of a window in natural light, and it's looking okay. We'll see. We'll see. Let's button it up, finish with the powder and all the other fun stuff, and we'll see if this really does match. And if it does, great. That means the other color will be good for summer. I've been wrong before, you know. Okay. What do you think? Well, I was wrong. It's a match. Excuse me. Let's go with some tried and true concealer. This is the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Fawn. I'm not going to do too much, just a little bit. Just something to brighten up a little. Because, you know, hereditarily, I just have dark circles under my eyes. A lot of people do. There's nothing wrong. It's just how it is naturally. So let's see if we can brighten this up just a little bit. I don't like to put too much under my eyes because that accentuates any kind of lines. So I try to keep it to a dull roar. We're just going to grab that same sponge that I was using a minute ago. And we're just going to dab. Dab it out to diffuse the color a little bit. Just underneath. Okay. And then the other side, see how it looks lighter? Just a little bit brighter. Just something to counteract the darkness of the circle. And then again, I'm not dragging, I'm just patting because I want to diffuse the color, but I don't necessarily want to move it around all over my face. So there we go. That looks solid. Yeah. What do you think? A little better? A little worse? No change? Okay, so let's go in with one of my absolute favorite powders. I don't think they make this anymore. It's from Becca, that's why. But it is the Hydra Mist Set and Refresh Powder. And I don't know what shade this is. I just know it's the Hydra Mist. So maybe it's just a universal shade. But I am down to the nubbins here. I only have a little bit left. It is my favorite powder, so I'm not really sure what I'm going to do in terms of finding a replacement setting powder. I have a lot of setting powders, but this is just the one that seems to work best for me. And it has this little kind of lid that pops open so you don't make an absolute mess. And I'm just going to grab this brush. It's from, I can't remember, it's some generic brush I got at probably TJ Maxx. And I'm just going to powder. Just going to do a little powdering just to set this makeup so it's not shuffling all over the place. Okay. I love this powder because it doesn't dry out my skin. Hence the name. Hydra Mist. All right, that's good. Looking in the mirror. Okay, so next we have okay, so next we have, if I can get my act together, you guys, I'm sorry. I'm gonna do probably, okay, let's do this really quick first before I forget. Let me just slap on some brows. So my brows are actually tattooed, but every once in a while, I like to throw a little something on top. So this is from NYX and it's called the Thick It Stick It. And I believe this is the tube type brow. Like, you know how they have tube mascara? I think that this stuff is the same thing. It's got these little like tube type things on there. And I'll just run it through. I like this stuff too because I can't, like, after it dries, I don't feel it on my face, like hanging out in my brows like a hairspray or something super sticky. It just feels like, okay, my brows are done. There we go. All right, that's good. Next we have, let's see, why don't we throw on a little bit of blush? I picked up this Juvia's Place Blush Rouge Volume 4, and it is this whole Dior type bubblegum dupe look. So I'm going to try and be careful and take just a little tap out of each side, and we're going to see how this turns out, you guys. If I look crazy, if I look garish, we'll know what the deal is. So I'm just tapping a little bit on here. I give it a small tap in each of the little squares. This seems okay. That's all right. I don't think it's too much. We're going to do one more little tap in each one. Keep going. Yeah, okay. I don't know how well it's picking up on camera, but it does look nice. It looks pretty. Okay, so we'll do another little tap and then do this side. Again, I just wanted to jump on the train, I guess, with everybody else and see what all the hype was about. See if I could do that bubblegum pink sort of Barbie blush too. And it appears that my complexion can pull it off because of the way that it shows up on my skin. So I'm okay with that. And I was going to be okay with it if it didn't work too, because at least I would have tried. Okay. I don't know how well it's picking up on camera, but I can see it. And since I do plan to walk out of the house, we're not putting on more than that. But this is a really nice formula. It's highly pigmented. Like, I just literally took my brush and just tap, tap, and I can see it. It's definitely on there. So I recommend, you know, if you haven't tried Juvia's Place, this is a fantastic brand. All of her stuff is high quality. All of it is very pigmented. It's really just fantastic. I did forget though that I picked up this Milani liquid contour. It's the Conceal and Perfect in number 4 Cocoa. I've never used this before, but I think it's supposed to be like an answer to the Charlotte Tilbury one. It has a little fuzzy brush thing on the end, which I don't necessarily find to be the most hygienic. But you squeeze just a little bit and you can see the color coming out of the top there. And I don't typically contour, so we'll see how it goes. Let's tap a little bit. I may have gone a little too low. And then let me get a brush for this. How about this brush? It's just an angled brush. It blends in right away, that's for sure. It does not take over or anything like that. And it does leave a nice shadow slightly cool toned because that's what you would want for a contour. And then I don't know how well it's showing up, but in real life it's pretty subtle. I probably could put on more, but I'm not going to because I feel like the moment I do that, I'm going to go overboard. So just know that I did put it on and it blended nicely. Okay. And then we also have, I was going to pop on some lashes, but I decided to change my mind. So we'll skip over that. But I am going to put on the Essence The False Lashes Mascara, Extreme Volume and Curl. However, before I do that, I always like to do my setting spray first. So I'm going to use the Kryolan Ultra Setting Vaporizer. This stuff is awesome. This can is almost empty, but I have 2 giant cans that are just off camera. They're poised and ready to go. And I also have the liquid versions, which I use these up, you guys. So either way, you can't go wrong. This one just has a finer mist. It does have quite a scent though, so if you are sensitive to alcohol or any kind of like industrial type scents, just know that it's strong. All right, so we have our mascara. Let's go ahead and pop this on. I like this mascara, but I don't like this as much as I like the Lash Princess, the one that's in the purple tube. I like that one the best out of all the ones I've tried, and I've tried a whole bunch of these so far. So they're all really good, don't get me wrong, but I just think that as far as formulas are concerned, when it comes to mascaras, I prefer a formula that starts off quite wet. And these are really good, but they don't start off as wet as that one does. So I feel like I don't get as much use out of these because they dry sooner. However, you can see that it's effective. So I feel like my lashes do look more voluminous. And the formula is comfortable. It doesn't irritate my eyes or anything like that. So I've had no trouble with, the ingredients that they use for it. And then let's do the bottom. Okay, that's good. All right. And then lastly, I'm going to have to put on some kind of gloss. So we'll start off with the lip liner. I don't always line my lips, but I have a ton of lip liners, so I figure I better start using them. This is an oldie but a goodie. It's from MAC, and it's in the color Chestnut. And I'm just going to line my lips with this, and then I'll find a gloss to put on. So I already have a pretty good natural contour to my lips. So let's see which gloss I want to use. I have this one. We can use this one. And then, hold on. Let me grab this. Because I was supposed to only line my lips. I am rubbing my lips together. I don't know why I do that, you guys. I have no idea why I do that. But we'll clear out some of the color here from the middle. And then I'm going to grab this Juvia's Place lip gloss. It is in the shade Mirage. And it's a pretty pink peach color. These have like the most gigantic doe foot applicators. They're so funny to me. They're nice, but they do feel a little bit sticky, I guess. But it also feels moisturizing at the same time. Okay, I think that's it, you guys. What do you think? You into it? You like it? I think it's a good look. I like it. I think that the Natasha Denona palette is definitely the star of the show. This thing is awesome. You guys will probably see me make more looks with this. It's really beautiful. I highly recommend it for sure. It's easy to work with, easy to blend. The colors are just, it's lovely. It's really beautiful. I'm glad I bought it. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.